Hey everyone, Sarah here. My question for you guys today is, why is sin such a big deal? It's helpful to think about this question in terms of allegiance, because the Bible says we don't actually get to be independent, contrary to what we might think. And I think contrary to what Eve thought when she decided to take that fruit. I think she thought, I'm making this decision for myself. But the Bible says that this independence is actually an illusion, that we actually only get to choose between two options of where we give our allegiance. We can either follow God and serve Him, or we can serve evil, serve Satan. And that's what Eve discovered when she took that fruit. She discovered that where before she was under the authority of God and she was serving Him, now she found herself under the authority of Satan. And that's because the Bible says you're a slave to whoever you obey. So that seems like a strange sentence, but what it's saying is that if you find yourself obeying somebody, regardless of how you feel about it, in reality, you are that person's slave. So in that moment, Eve discovered, though she didn't think it was going to work out this way, that she had become the serpent's slave. And she had subjected the whole human race to that slavery. And that's something that each of us participate in. Each of us make that same decision that, oh, I'm going to participate in sin. I'm going to participate in evil. I'm going to make a mistake. And in that moment when we do, we've actually given our allegiance to Satan. It's as if there's two teams, team good and team evil. And in that moment, we've actually joined team evil. And so that's part of the reason why sin is such a big deal. And I think another aspect of that, why sin is such a big deal, is that it actually causes us to become broken. In that moment when we decide by accident or deliberately to make Satan our boss, he then has permission to mess with us, and we then start getting the consequences of that brokenness on the inside. And that's now a brokenness that needs to be fixed. So we're in a situation where we have become captive to something and we need rescued. We're in a situation where we've become broken and we need to be redeemed. And we're now also in a situation where we have done something wrong and we need forgiveness. And so for all of those reasons, sin is actually maybe a bigger deal than it initially appears.